Welcome back everyone. I am Promila. Today we will do our part 4th of motion chapter. But before starting our part 4th, I want to discuss part 3 topics so that you can keep in mind these all the topics. First of all, in part 3 we have done symbols of physical quantities like speed, distance, displacement. After that we have done acceleration and three parts of acceleration: positive acceleration, negative acceleration and zero acceleration. So these parts we have done in our part 3. If you have skipped any of these parts, then you can pause this video and you can learn again so that you can continue your studies properly. And now I am going to start part 4th of our chapter motion. In part 4th, first of all I will tell you about distance time graph, how we can draw distance time graph. As I have told you, distance is we can write with small s, time we can write with small t, speed or velocity we can write with small v. And when we are drawing graph, then x-axis we have to take as time and SI unit of time is second, and y-axis we have to take as distance and its SI unit is meter. So when we will talk about uniform speed or uniform velocity, then its graph will be straight line. On this straight line, take 2 points A and B. After that, from A, draw perpendicular on x-axis or time axis you can say, and draw a perpendicular on distance axis also. So this we got here. And after that, from B point also put perpendicular on time axis and also put perpendicular on distance axis. Now give these 2 points name T1 and T2, and here you can write S1 and S2. So as you know, speed formula is distance upon time. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Here we have distance S1, S2. So it is final, it is initial. Final minus initial we have to do. S2 minus S1 upon T2 minus T1. After that, velocity time graph. Here we can draw velocity time graph when we have non-uniform speed or non-uniform velocity. If we have non-uniform speed or velocity, then our graph can go upper side curve or it can go downside curve. If it is firstly decreasing and then increasing, then its curve goes upper side, and if firstly it's going to increase and then it is decreasing, then curve will go downward. If velocity is constant, then graph will be in this way, parallel to time axis. And if we want to find out distance here, then what we have to do, draw one point here A, one point here B, and draw perpendicular from A point on time axis and same from B perpendicular on time axis. And this area which is covered by this A, B, C, D is our distance. And if our motion is increment, then its graph will be in this way, slope. This is known as slope of a graph. This is also slope of a graph. So here also take A and B point and put perpendicular C and D, and which area is covered by A, B, C, D is our distance. So when velocity is constant, then we will got this slope, and if our acceleration motion increment is there, then our slope will be in this way. After that, I will tell you about equation of motion by graphical method. There are three equations of motion. First is velocity time relation, then equation of position time relation, then equation of position velocity relation. So first of all, equation of velocity time relation. So equation of velocity time relation is V is equal to U plus AT, and equation of position time relation is S is equal to UT plus half AT square, and equation of position velocity relation is 2as is equal to v square minus u square. First of all, we will discuss about equation of velocity time relation, which is v is equal to u plus at. First of all, draw velocity time graph and slope AB here. Slope of velocity time graph is AB, and which is known as acceleration, which is our acceleration. After that, from this B point, draw perpendicular on this x-axis. We have drawn here and give it this point name C. You have given this point name C. And then second is draw perpendicular from point A on BC. This BC we got, so draw perpendicular on BC and give this point name D. We have given. And then meet point B to E. Here you can take point E and meet this point B and E. Now this is our initial velocity. This will be our final velocity. This will be our final velocity. After that, we will discuss that on point A we have initial velocity, and on point EB we have final velocity V. And what is slope? I will tell you. Slope is rise upon run. Rise upon run. How much slope is going to rise and how much it is running. So here we can see, first of all, rise. We will talk about rise. This is slope R, and it is going to rise from B to D. So on the place of rise we will write here BD. And run, how much it's run from A to D. From A to D it's going to run. So here we will write AD. BD upon AD here we will got. And then we have to convert this BD. How we will convert? It's BD. We can write BC minus DC. If we will take this line complete and we will subtract from this complete line this part, then we will got only this part. So BC minus DC upon AD. And as you know, this BC is equal to OE and AD is equal to OC. So on the place of BC minus DC upon AD, BC is equal to OE and AD is equal to OC. So OE is RV. So on the place of BC we can write V, and DC we can write U, and AD is our x-axis, time axis, so we can write here T. A is equal to V minus U upon T, and when we will cross multiply it, then it will becomes AT is equal to V minus U. Now this is minus U, and when it goes this side, then it will become AT plus U is equal to V. Now rotate this equation, we will got V is equal to U plus AT, and this is our velocity time relation. Kindly learn it carefully. Write in your notebooks 3 or 4 times. Then you can keep in mind it forever. Thank you.